Hey guys, Christian here. We got the Tesla Model Y long range all-wheel drive 2024 edition. Let's just jump into the specs right away. MSRP on this is $47,990, though you can get this for $40,500 after the tax credit applies, and that applies instantly. Horsepower on this is 425 horsepower, 475 torque. This is all-wheel drive model, as I mentioned, and this gets you 0 to 60 in 4.8 seconds, so it's pretty quick. MPG on this is about 308 miles of range, and weight on this is right under 4,400 pounds. So going on to the outside of the car, we have the stealth gray color for this. It's your standard stealth gray, though I do want to give a quick mention to the quick silver color, which is just a really nice silver that they brought back. The wheels, we have 19-inch wheels. These are actually wheel covers. They're the 19-inch Gemini wheel covers. They do also offer them now in black, but these are just a slightly older model, the silver ones, but can't go wrong with them. So we have the LED headlights on the front, just your nice typical lights that we've seen. We might see a refresh soon, but these are the ones that we have now on the Model Y. We have the Tesla logo on the hood, of course, that just simple Tesla logo. And on the front, of course, you have just a simple front bumper that just has a nice coefficient of drag, which gives you that great efficiency for this car. And then as for the trunk, let me just pop that open. So on the inside screen, I popped the hood already, so you see it a little bit open. You simply just bring it up, and it has hydraulics, kind of just threw that a bit, but you have a good decent amount of space up here. Maybe you can just throw your charging cable, you have your tow hook, and yeah, just keep some simple belongings on the front when you need it. But if you don't need that, you can just simply close the hood. I just want to show you guys, as always, just bring it down. There's that first click, which you heard, and then the second click with two hands ideally, and that just closes the lid simply. So onto the back side, we have the spoiler up here. It's built into the hood, so again, it goes back to the aerodynamics of this car, so that's why it gets good efficiency too. We have the Tesla logo, the T here. You have the dual motor as well too, and in case you're wondering, this is a dual motor. There's the performance models, which have the red line underneath, so I guess if you want to look at the performance model, just get a red Sharpie, draw a line underneath or some red painter's tape or anything like that, and I guess it'll look like a performance model, but I don't recommend that. That's just something you could possibly do. But if you want to open up the trunk, so above the license plate, simply there's like kind of like a button. Press this automatically, hydraulics, and this will bring up the whole thing. And if you need to open up this, so you can actually pop this open a bit more, so in case you want to have better access to your groceries or anything that you have back here. But you actually have a good amount of space. It's about 25 to 28 cubic feet of space. There's actually no exact numbers on that, but there's even more space down here. So leather handle, which is a nice touch. Bring this up, and you see it's pretty deep, so my hand goes actually pretty down. And I don't know what you might want to store down there, but it's good for like the essential stuff that you're not using all the time, but you want to carry with you. And you leave this open a bit, there's actually a bit more space back here. So if you have like a neat cable, maybe you want to throw a pair of clothes in here, maybe, I don't know, maybe you're a messy person. I'm pretty clumsy, so I always ruin shirts, so I usually have a backup shirt. That's probably where I'd store it. But besides that, I'm gonna do a quick trunk challenge for you guys. So I'm inside the trunk now. As you can see, I actually have good space, really good space. You could probably have even two of me right here, maybe a little tight, but it'd be completely fine. It kind of shows how much space we have. Sure though, if the lid was closed, my head would be getting chopped off about this area, but as you can see, it's really good. I guess if you go tailgating, you could be sitting like this, your legs crossed, or maybe you could have your feet dangling. I don't know if it's meant for sitting entirely, to be honest, but you could do this. Or a third option, let's say you're going tailgating, it's really windy. I guess you could open this up, and if you remember how we have a lot of space down here, you could step into here. I don't know if Tesla recommends for sitting on this, but you could sit like this and the wind would be completely blocked, and I guess you would just have your head exposed, and it's pretty nice like this too. So to get inside the car, you actually have 4 options, which is really nice in case you lose your key card. But you have the key card option, which you've probably seen that looks like a credit card. You have the physical key, which you've probably seen with the S and the X model. And then you also have Bluetooth, which is the way I have it set up. That's why the car is actually unlocked right now. And then your 4th option is through actually the phone app. So if you open up the phone app, just click through it, you can unlock the car remotely from anywhere, which is really cool. And then, yeah, and then the cool other thing is you can actually have 19 keys set up. So maybe you have one for you, your wife, your husband, your kids, or maybe your neighbor or your neighbor's wife. Not sure why exactly, but again, you have that free option to do that. But to get inside the car, you simply just, the way I usually do it, I just pop my thumb in first, and then I just grab the handle, open up the door, and then we have all our controls here, kind of just show it off from the top to the bottom. We have the wood trim, we have the button to open up the door, which is electrical, but let's say the electrical gives out in the car. You also have like a mechanical kind of way to open it. I'm not gonna fully release it, but you just bring this up all the way up and they'll release it. Your window controls, and then you have a bit of cubby space down here too. And going onto the door side, we also have the door sill where you can actually see the Model Y. And then going onto the seat, you have some of your controls which are automatic. You can also adjust your seat, the back side, and also your lumbar support. But at this point, as usual, let's get inside the car and let's cover the inside now. Inside the car, the seats are actually really comfy, which I'm actually just going to mention that right off the top. But we got the steering wheel right in front of us. So we got a 3-spoke steering wheel. On the left side we have our music controls, and on the right we have the full self-driving stuff, which I won't get into full detail right now. But on the left, to bring up your music, just simply bring it up. You can bring it down as well too. Or if you want to go to a previous song, just move the ball kind of to the left or to the next song to the right. And then we have the horn right on the center. We can just do that. This one also still has like the you have your controls to do, like, let's say the prendo. So if I zoom in here a bit, you could actually see the prendo on this side. And on the left side, you have like your blinker stuff, or if you want to turn on your windshield wipers and anything you need there. So going on to the center screen, it's actually really cool. As you see right now, I have it set on like kind of like a pinkish looking Tesla Model Y. It looks really cool. I think it's really cool that you can actually just keep swiping in circles. I don't know why that entertained me for a good while. But like, let's say you actually want to open up the trunk, kind of feels like a video game, but press open, you can hear it actually opening up mechanically back there. And if you need to close it, you can actually close it from here too. Just make sure there's no one back there, because you might actually hit them. But as you can see, closed, you hear that it actually closed it. You can lock it from here. You can open up the front. On the top left, we have like how much range we have. We actually have this set up to percentage, but you can have this set up to miles too. At the top, it shows them on set up on the easy entry, though you can have tons of profiles again. That goes back to either you, your wife, or your neighbor's wife driving this. And on the top right, you have your time and the temperature on the outside, of course, too. And then you also have your music controls down here. I know it might sound like I'm mumbling, there's a lot to say, but music controls, you have your navigation. Right now, we don't have the full map that we usually see on most Teslas, but there's your usual controls. You have the AC down here. It actually detects that there's no one in the passenger, so it doesn't actually split the AC. And what's really cool is when you swipe this up, you can actually see the AC is set up. Maybe you can set up exactly where it's blowing out the air. It's split up right now. Or you use 2 fingers and you can combine it into one big one. So really cool thing. And right now, as you can see, it doesn't detect the passenger, so it kind of just turns off the AC for that side. Tons of controls, all the usual stuff. You have your dog mode, the camp mode, everything. You have your seat heaters, so you could turn that on or turn it back off. And then just swipe this back down. We have some apps down here, quick access apps. You have your Bluetooth. You can also change these out too, so you just simply like hold them, and then you can adjust them to all the apps that are on here. So quite a lot. If you want to pause it and look at everything, I won't get into every little thing, but it's really cool that there's so much built into this. But you could also see the backup camera, really high definition. I will say this is like some of the best, probably the best camera I've seen for like the backup. Going beyond the screen, we actually have the wood, kind of that trim that goes all the way around the car, which looks really nice. Again, nice trim. There's also other options, or maybe you could even wrap it and put something else, maybe carbon fiber or whatever is to your taste. But below the screen, again, 15-inch screen, you have 2 wireless chargers. So I'm gonna grab my Samsung S24, simply gonna just place it there, and it has wireless charging on the left side and the right side. So for you and your passenger or your neighbor's wife again. I'll stop on that joke though. But you can take off your phone, and then you also have your 2 cup holders for simple, just a water bottle size, not the big ones. You can also swipe this open, and then you have like a big cubby space, which is really good. I guess you could compartmentalize and just like put different things in here. Or I will say this will also pass the big water bottle test. I didn't bring it with me this time, but you could just simply just slot it here, and it'll actually fit completely fine. I feel like you can even fit like a whole gallon thing here, depending on like the shape of it. But if you have a really big water bottle, I think the Tesla for sure passes this test, which is really great. But besides that, we have your armrest too. So this one's good. Gonna just open this up. There's actually a button right here. Bring this open. There's some personal things in here, but there's a lot of good space down here. So just really good if you gotta store things. And yeah, but closing that back up. I wanna actually show, you also have some lights up here. You have also your emergency thing. You have the camera, your rear view mirror. And then you also have, like, in case you want to look at yourself with a mirror, or of course also to block the sun, but you could use it for both too. But they're magnetic, so you can actually see it kind of like snaps back in, but great to have. And then I kind of want to mention when we're back there, the full panoramic view. Getting into the back seats, I just want to just show how it is to get inside, because some cars are a little bit hard, but this is really easy. Again, it's an SUV, but the Model Y might look a little small sometimes, but it's actually really spacious in here. And again, I actually want to mention that the seats are really comfortable. So if you actually got a seat in these for like a long road trip or anything like that, they were actually really great. Even the middle seat, which is surprising, because most cars will have like the transmission well, and it's already like losing some leg room in the middle, and then the seat kind of is not that cushy. But the middle one here is actually really cushy, so that's really a big plus. Besides that, you have your AC, so great to have some AC back here, especially at this price range as well too. 2 USB-C chargers, so if you got to charge your phone or anything, I'm not sure if you can actually charge your laptop, that might be true. And then if you need actually some space between back here, you can bring down the armrest. You have 2 cup holders. I will say, I wish it was like a little longer, but I think it gets the job done of kind of just resting your arm or putting some drinks here in the center. But bringing this back up, I actually want to show, if you come inside here, you can actually see the whole panoramic view of the glass. So that's really nice. It's hard to capture in video. I think it's like once you sit inside of a Tesla, you feel like how open the car feels. Like, even though it might look like it might be a small car from the outside, maybe it is, the whole panoramic view makes you feel like it's very like open inside of here. So just a great thing to have. All right, guys, that comes to the end for the Tesla Model Y long range all-wheel drive 2024 edition. Again, I don't think you can really beat this for 40K after the tax credit, of course. And with 300 plus miles of range, I think this is really great. You see them all the time on the street, but there's probably a reason why. I think, in my opinion, that's just a really great car all around for an electric. I really recommend it. Maybe go take a test drive and maybe see if you like it. If not, yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the review. And again, like and subscribe, and till next time.